Lots to update on, lots to update on. I shall be doing so in the van. I'm just getting some water because we finally refilled our water container from Whole Foods. So, to continue to chronicle what is currently unfolding, last time you saw me, I was very upset because, like I said, this looks kind of funny, but you can't really, I guess you can't see through it if I took a bra off. Anyway, you saw that I was overwhelmed and emotional by the whole just truth of being sent back into the 3D realm to work, which I think is going to be taxing on me physically, emotionally, energetically, etc. and so on. But overnight, last night, I had a lot of interesting dreams, which will be their own individual videos posted to the YouTube channel before this goes up into the little weekly collection of moments as I was moving into like what is happening, what's going to unfold for me in my life. That's what this is going into. And something that has come up really strongly has been the snake, which I'm currently still shedding from my sunburn, which is like, it's been a while since we've seen the snake, but I started shedding literally like a couple days after we saw the snake. I was like, oh, I'm shedding. And then Mary Magdalene has been coming up quite a bit, Frida Kahlo, and now the electric eel. And the electric eel came up because I did this get my random totem animal on the website that I use because I'd never done it before. I was like, what's my random totem animal? And it was the electric eel. And I used to love that song by MGMT. Ooh, girl, shock me like an electric eel. I loved that song. I love that song. But Mary Magdalene has been coming up a lot. And then Frida Kahlo was coming up, but I was so confused. I was like, why is Frida Kahlo appearing so much? The only thing I know about Frida that I knew before, I watched some videos about her recently on YouTube, was that she always seemed to have flowers in her hair and that she was a painter and that she had a difficult life. And then I found out she had Saturn in Pisces, which I also have, and I'm currently going through my Saturn return in Pisces, so I thought maybe I'm like supposed to like look to Frida for support during my Saturn return in Pisces. So I watched her documentary. Sorry, holding it with my hand, and I don't have a phone case anymore. I watched a documentary about her, and I forgot because I looked this up before. Her first name is Magdalena. And so I was like, okay. And then recently, Kundalini has been coming up quite a bit. I don't know a lot about Kundalini awakenings. I've never really like sought that or looked into it. But someone was mentioning to me Kundalini, who had reached out to me, and then I got invited to like a 30-day sound healing mantra meditation by the Sikkim Mystery School. They're doing a free 30-day thing, and it was a Kundalini based mantra. And then I was like, okay. And then there was one more. Oh, the electric eel apparently is also about the Kundalini energy. So I was like, okay, 3 things about Kundalini, lots of Mary Magdalene, lots of Frida Kahlo. And I prayed in the shower this morning. I said the Lord's Prayer, and sang the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic, called to Yeshua and Mary, and just asked them to keep me open. Because I don't really necessarily know what all of those things mean yet, or what that's trying to tell me. And I don't know what Kundalini awakening even is really. Like I just knew. I always imagine like serpents just kind of going up your spine, but I like never really understood like what the details of that are. But the only thing that's really been happening in terms of like the job thing has been that I said yes, I can work. I told him I applied, told him when I was available, and now I'm just waiting to hear back from the person who's in charge of the department I would be working in. And I have basically about like 9 days, maybe 9 or 10 days until I start working there. So I don't know what's going to happen within the next 9 to 10 days that may alter that, but I'm staying open. I just wanted to share this because, like I said, I was chronicling. Hello, little spider. Very tiny spider. I think it sees that I see it because now it's moving. Hello. Yeah, I'm still figuring out what web I'm weaving. That's also accurate. Okay, it's going back up. So yeah, I'm trying to weave a web where I won't be exhausted, where I can be grounded and connected every day, where I feel like I'm making a difference and not have to go back into the 3D matrix, but I'm still figuring out what that looks like. I'm about to write a letter to someone right now that I've been wanting to write a letter to. I'm going to talk to my husband about the dreams, make YouTube videos about it, and see what else the day holds. Still it survives. I've been seeing lots of mushrooms, but I don't know how to figure out if they are edible. Anybody look at this meat and be like, yep, you can dry that and eat it, or no, you'll die. I'm about to go mail a letter and prepare myself, trying to get the window to go down. It's working! I had to take it out of the door to get it to work. But I'm about to go see how much it's gonna cost to mail this letter. And I got an email back from Whole Foods about when I could come to do the interview, if I could do it Friday. I'm supposed to be house sitting Friday. So I'm trying to figure out if I will have enough gas. That's what's been feeling like lately. Have enough gas to get there and then back and be okay. And also dog sitting, so that's happened since last we spoke. And also what was really cool is 2 people have reached out personally to me through the videos that I've been sharing recently on YouTube, just to like reach out in like friendlyhood and friendship, which is really nice to just like have other people out there who are like, hey, you're not alone, especially when you feel that way. So that's been really sweet, just to connect with other people through the spider web. But I've been really exhausted, really tired. Technically I shouldn't be recording right now because I'm on my cycle and I try not to. But I haven't really had a lot of food. I've just been eating pasta every day. A lot of pasta, mushrooms, and eggs is literally just all I'm eating right now. And I had a smoothie today, but I used the rest of the blueberries to have it because I was like stretching. I was like, just gonna wait a couple days because I typically have a smoothie every day. So I got to have one today, which was really nice. And then I had some baby food. No pasta yet. I'm gonna save it for my dinner time. I really have just been like, I don't have any money for food, and also trying to help my mother save money because of the expenses from the truck. $6,000 if you've seen those videos. So yeah, I'm waiting for the van to warm up just a little bit more before I drive off. And yeah, I'm gonna sit with if it's worth it to try and figure out how to drive. It's like an hour and a half from where I'm house sitting to go to the interview on Friday, interview, and then drive back and hope that the dog that I'm sitting is gonna be okay. And yeah, or if I should say, is there any way I can do it the next week cycle and see if they're okay with that. I don't know, but that's what's going on right now, and I just needed to update. So I got to mail my letter. It was only $1.87, and they said that it should be there by Thursday, which is perfect because I wanted to get there by the full moon in Sagittarius. So that's pretty cool. And then I decided I was just gonna drive out this way instead of back at the main road, just to take a look around the neighborhood for a minute, let the van cool off, and also just get space away from my home environment. So here we are looking at houses. Can I go this way? We're about to find out. Oh, I think it's one way. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the phone now. I start dog sitting today. I am currently house and puppy sitting. He's there on the couch, processing that everyone is in the Outer Banks without him. But I have been doing some house cleaning and some things around here that I'm doing to make up for back pay that I owe. So I'm paying off some debts, so this is good. But I just wanted to give an update on the work situation. So I'm here today. I was here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is how long I'll be here for. And the girl that I'm supposed to be interviewing for at Whole Foods asked if I could come in on Friday. And I talked to my partner about it because he has a car here. I was like, well, maybe I can just like leave. Maybe he'll be okay. I'll drive up there, just like an hour and a half away, interview, come back in time, and maybe he'll be okay. And then I was just like, I don't know. I think that maybe it's not going to work. So hopefully she'll be cool if I ask, can I come next week? So I messaged her and asked, hey, is there any way I can come next week? Then, and I didn't record it because I didn't think to bring my phone and record any of the stuff that's happening right now because it's a new environment, but we went to go and do like some last minute stuff that Dustin does with this guy for landscaping. He asked him just to bring some furniture back onto his porch because he's a little older in age. And so I was like, oh, can I come with you? I want to meet him. I've heard lots of stories about him. So we went there this morning. We got there, we're talking. He shows me, I just ate them. They were delicious. I ate some shiitake mushrooms that he grows in his backyard. He's showing us his garden. We put the stuff back on, and right before we were about to leave, the car, and when we were on the way there, I noticed this, but it like the RPMs kept going up and down, and he had just replaced the battery 2 days ago, and when we tried to leave, it died, like upon starting, and then we tried to jump it with the guy's battery turned on, then it started dying again. We tried to jump it again. We jumped it like 3 times, and then it sounded like the starter or maybe the alternator. So now my husband's wondering if it was even the battery to begin with. So we couldn't we couldn't leave, and my husband left today to go on their trip, which is why I'm here house sitting. And so the gentleman who he landscapes for was nice enough to let us borrow one of their extra cars and drive it here just to get him back to the house, and they're going to come pick it up in like 2 days. But I'm so glad I didn't say, yes, I can make that interview on Friday, and then the stuff with the car happened. And now I'm like, is my stuff like affecting my husband's stuff? Like, I'm hoping not. But it made me think about that. But I just checked her email, and she asked if I can come next Friday. So that's the very last day of May. So from the very beginning of May, basically almost to now, it's taken a full month for me to work through and process, like finding a job that aligns, putting my feelers out to a bunch of places, and then actually finally getting an interview and beginning to go back into this kind of world. I did consider, and you'll see in other videos, offering crochet as an item that I was going to start making for people on my Etsy store. But I made a shirt for my sister, and I've made shirts and things for other family members, but even in making hers, I could see that I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet because I did it to her size, took her measurements, and still I needed to make alterations there in person with her, and I would not want to make a piece for someone and then it not fit like perfectly to them. So I think it's still something I'm just gonna hone in the meantime. I was just really hoping that I could like find a way to take something that I do on my own, in my own time, in my own home environment, and offer it so that I didn't have to go back into the workforce, and something I enjoy doing and want to get better at, but I just can't risk it. So that's my update. I should have been recording it. I have like, I don't know if I want to call it like part of like my special interests or my like spectrum level type gifts, but I can literally go into a room and see like everything that is off energy wise, like the feng shui. And I just, it's literally like playing Tetris. I can just go into a room and just move things and resituate things without even thinking twice. So I've been really actually enjoying doing this house cleaning. It's been very relaxing to my energy body. So I've been doing that, hanging out with this guy. We're watching some crowing band. Thought it helped keep him calm. And I'm going to continue my cleaning. So I'll let you know what happens. Destin and I are here where he typically works to have his Honda picked up. Betty White, the Honda picked up. We think it's the alternator. We're getting it towed so that we have a place and space to try and potentially work on it without feeling rushed. So, like I showed a couple days ago on this little collection of moments happening, that I was house sitting while they went to Outer Banks. So I did all the organizing, I did all the cleaning, which was really nice. I enjoyed that. Power washed the driveway. And now they have returned. We worked in the shed. And all these...
Oh, I'm back. Yay!
Yeah, he's back. And all these things that have occurred since then. Just been continuing stuff on the list. And gratefully, blissfully, 2 of the things that we wound up doing are covering this toe. Which is great.
I'm not whack, y'all.
We're looking for the blessings.
Well, they're all around us. We don't have to look for them. They're constantly surrounding us. I mean, I'm looking at a blessing right now. We're inside of a blessing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Each breath is a blessing.
Totally.
Truly. I feel blessed at all times.
So we're waiting for the guy to get here to tow the van, and I hadn't updated in a while, so I figured I could just do it all at once in a quick little blip. So hopefully the vehicle works so he can drive it, so he can work. And I have an interview on Friday for a job. Yay. And he's currently receiving some wisdom from Bonnie Spirit about his Libra rising placement.
Yes.
Has an Aries North Noder, which I can't really imagine how that feels. That's like me being a Capricorn rising with a Cancer North Node. It's like, wait, what? It's about, I guess, finding the balance in the two.
Finding the balance.
But this is the update. Everything is well. All is well. I am still going to the interview on Friday. Most likely going to get the job there. I know when I first started making this series, it was like, am I going to Kauai? Am I going to go start farming next month? And I don't really think that's happening. And I'm not that upset by it anymore. Because like I said, Saturn in Pisces is asking me to become more realistic about my goals. So it's not that it won't ever happen. But it just can't happen right now realistically. So that's what's happening. We shall see what happens. Take care now. Bye-bye then. I can't see you. Oh.
What?
Dustin and I, you can't see him. We just watched Dark Waters on Netflix about DuPont and how they have been poisoning humans on Earth since basically at least...
this to all my ex-coworkers.
Yeah, at least since the 1970s. Dustin used to work there for about 3 years on and off. 3 to 4 years on and on. Mm-hmm. My mom recommended the movie to me, and as I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, I have to show this to Dustin. And we just finished watching it, and it's just sad, honestly, that something like this isn't something we learn about, first of all, in school, and then second of all, isn't something that we even have to deal with here as humans on Earth, is not having clean water because of people's greed and selfishness, and considering humans to be receptors, as DuPont would call them. Calling humans receptors. Anyhow, I just wanted to quickly say that because I'll probably talk about it in a future video. But if you want to watch it, it's called Dark Waters on Netflix. About probably one of the most evil companies on American soil. Dustin's over here writhing. Stewing. He's catching a fire. He's stirring up in himself. He wants to rise up. Time to take a shot and rise. I have Hamilton stuck in my head. But anyhow, his Mars in Aquarius has been activated. And he's already been talking about, we've both been talking about water for a while, but this is just something we both feel strongly about. So I'll probably be talking about it in a future video. But I wanted to talk about it for a second while it was fresh in me, in my soul. Do you know what's in your water?
So we have $50 on Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me.
I was like, just act like you don't have it.
I'm like, no, we just have money. I know we just ate, but we can go eat some more.
Yeah, you want to go eat some food?
We
Go
can
get some
go
more food? It's just stuff ourselves.
Damn.
It's just...
It's a moment thing. It's not as fun as the moment was.
Action!
Haha. Here, reporting live from Dustin's closet. We have an overabundance of clothes.
We're picking out a fit to go and talk to the people at some point today. We're trying to do things with our day. So I'm getting an index card and I'm writing things down so we can check it off and feel good about our productivity today.
See you later. This angle.
No, it looks cool. You should put a tattoo there.
I don't want to flex too hard, just based off where we're going. So I'll minimize the drip to a slow leak.
This is just something, this is a camcorder from the 90s. What if I put the phone into a camcorder?
You got some stains on there, so this is good.
Oh no, ads.
This is good.
Stop it.
You got some stains on there, I'll blend in. $25 in the jet right now.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Don't you lie.
It's coming. It's in its way.
Circulating.
Circulating back to me. Yes.
Circulate.
Circulation. Circulation. I circle the nation. I circle the faces of the impatient patients.
I wasn't recording, but you'll never believe this.
I got
These men don't speak for me. No, I'm just kidding. I forgot to do my roller thing on my face, and now it's in the fridge. I just thought about that. Anyhow, there's the man that I showed you guys getting the little planties. He came to just check to appraise the house for painting it because they're going to be moving. And he knows his business partner that he paints houses with works on Hondas. So he said he's going to reach out to his business partner and say, hey, I know these people. It's kind of just like who you know, how you know them, the kind of person you are. And
you have the violin line provided for.
I've never seen the side open like that. That's gonna be. It's gonna be your mom in a couple months.
Out of those things.
Whoa, they're moving. But anyway, I want to say like that's like those blessings that he was just calling forth earlier in the videos. Money recirculating, things recirculating, and I'm just giving some thanks for that because I feel that the blessings do pour out, and I get to witness it a lot in my day-to-day. So I just want to make that conscious, bring it to my conscious Torah field awareness, and allow my chakras to like beam it out, continue
activate,
to,
and just really resonate with that in which it resonates with.
yeah. And now we're gonna listen to some music and drive down the road and do some things.
I'm gonna do some things. I love this shit. What?
Oh, the fool who builds fast and high those towers of isolation. It's the wise who build slow and wide the foundations of community.
Good job.
He's so funny. I didn't catch it. That was so fast.
I nailed it.
Find what you were looking for? Oh yeah. He's obsessed with cherry juice.
For right now.
For right now. I just want to plug this beautiful store, Mustard Seed Natural Market. It's the only place within 30 to 50 miles in the Synergy for Life where you can get organic, locally grown, supporting small business food, which we liked to do. And Dustin and I were actually just talking. He was contemplating, I think I've already shared this, about maybe reinvesting in Kangen waters again, or like going back into that world again. We thought about it at some point last year, and a place like that could use a water refill station, because we have to drive at least 30 to 40 minutes to go get clean water, which that should not be a thing. So somewhere like that, having like, they already have organic local produce, supporting local farmers, eating good for your body, and then you could also fill up your water there. Imagine that. That would be amazing. They just have a little water refill machine. It's like a baby version of what Whole Foods is. And they had a new girl in there working, and the only thing I thought was like, oh, they were hiring? I didn't know you guys were hiring. Thank you. I'm like, Justin, you want to work there? I would work there before I would want to work at Whole Foods.
I've already worked there.
Yeah, he used to work there before it was Mustard Seed. So.
It's better now.
Got what you're looking for?
Yep. Walmart brand. Yeah. I like to buy Walmart. The Walmart brand tastes better.
We have to return the milk I just bought to make smoothies because it has zinc oxide in it, which is an inorganic compound that is used in cosmetics and batteries and a bunch of other stuff I was just reading on Wikipedia that I can't remember now because I literally just read it. But we're going right back in here to get a refund.
You want to take it?
Give me all your money. Please. We're back in the past. Sail forth, steer for deep waters only. He is Adobe. Pretty. Yeah. They have a little community art center. A cottage. A Mexican restaurant. A beautiful tree. Oh my goodness. Look at these flowers. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? Wow. Little Emma.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten a battery in it. What is it, Emma? She just wants to eat. You don't need no more food. No, I'm just eating all day. So this is what she's eating.
This is such a cool idea to have it in a house.
I didn't mean to strain you like that. I'm sorry.
Oh, Wow. Well, now we know where we can bring our donations. The thrift store we were just in was ran by a woman who we met while volunteering at the farm. She does it completely for veterans. Everything goes towards assisting veterans finding homes, housing, food, the things that the
Should already be provided.
military should be providing for these people. She has a house. She said that the house they're using was built in, I think, the 1940s, and everything gets donated, comes in, all the proceeds. Like, I remember her talking about wanting to start doing it. Like, she had just started it a couple years ago, and now it's just like a cute little business, but it's not on Google Maps. So I'm gonna add it to Google Maps for her. So people who thrift, go support a nice small business versus like a Goodwill. Try and support as small and local as you can. So I just thought that was really nice to see. And then we got to hear from an old friend, which felt really good, made my heart happy. So yeah, that was beautiful. That I'm not using the mat. It looks like Florida. It's giving Florida. So cool. The last time we came here was nighttime, so I haven't seen it during the day. Says the beach is closed. Are we going to be those people who say, yeah, I saw the signs that the beach is closed, but is it closed? The beach was closed for dredging, so we're turning around. It'd be like that sometimes. Okay.
We'll find a better location.
We
We're
shall.
just being redirected, not rejected.
Don't forget it. The water. Water.
Become lost in the woods. Junior Ranger Ranch Program, badge program. We're about to share so much wisdom with people that could change their lives. It's time to get organized. It's time I get organized with this plan to principle once and for all. And trail the blaze.
Trail the blaze. Stop. I hope to goodness
So
not.
good.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the sun coming out. Some thicky clouds too. Look at the water. I just finished recording for chapter 3 for this book for the channel. That was nice. I enjoyed it. And I don't know what time it is, but at some point we need to be back, so. Oh yeah, I got some nice sun too.
What is that?
Clear water. Oh, this stuff? I
The
don't
greenery.
know. I don't know.
I'm real brave doing this.
Why? What do you think's gonna come up and get you? On the other side of this vehicle, it said they're hiring. We're contemplating. Justin's like, I could do that. I am on my way. Well, I'm not on my way. I'm basically here now for my interview at the Holy Foods. I'm here 2 hours early. So I just, ooh, a food truck. So I just didn't want to be late, get in traffic. Oh my gosh. I can't look over there. I'm gonna park in the shade because I'm a smarticle particle. There were a lot of things. You can't tell I haven't really been speaking. There were a lot of signs that I saw on the way here. I think this person parked a little too far, but it's fine. I'm in the shade. Okay. I saw a lot of signs on the way here. The first of which was on a church sign saying, I will lead you to the way you're supposed to go. I will show you the way. I was open to that. I received that. And then I saw a sign about, I saw lots of signs. I saw a sign, I saw a Hawaii license plate as I was thinking, because I saw an eagle. Thank you. I saw an eagle, and then I looked up what eagle was telling me, and it was like, follow the dreams that are closest to your heart. You're really connected to your spiritual center right now. Connect to your guides. Don't lose that connection, which the eagle in specific is about soaring high and connecting back to that higher self. I saw the eagle, and I was sitting with that, and I said, what is the dream that is closest to my heart? What goal? What goal is closest to my heart? And I was like, well, and as I was asking this question, I saw all those trees again on the highway being cut down. And as I was feeling that, I saw a Hawaii license plate go by. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And then there was a car in front of me. It was 3535. So then I looked up 3535. Then I saw Jesus Loves John. I saw a plant, which, you know, cannabis, hemp plant. I was thinking about that. That's the plant that can help. And then I saw a bumper sticker right before I started recording. It said, Earth can't wait. And all of that was really confirming the dream that is closest to my heart, my Magdalene heart, my love for this planet, my love for Gaia, and knowing that there is a plant out there already that can stop us from cutting down our ancestors and our earth cousins, our earth brothers and sisters and grandparents. We don't have to cut down trees. We don't need to make petrochemicals. We don't need to make plastics. All of these things can be created from the plant hemp. It can clean, and my thing used to be the water, especially when I would connect to my Arcturian ancestors in meditation. They would always whisper, water, 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 water. And I knew I wanted to do something for water. And the best way that we, as a human, can do something to clean the waters is to stop creating plastics, to stop dumping the toxic sludge and oils and pollution that comes from the DuPont plants that make all these extra chemicals and plastics into the water, is through using hemp. Because hemp can create plastics. Hemp can create oil. Hemp can create fuel. Hemp can create clothing. It does all these things, but because there are so many people in these cabals that want power and money, it has been the driving force for almost the last 100 years, because 1937 was when hemp was halted from being the healing plant that we needed it to be. And yeah, so I'm sitting here, so I'm about to go to my interview, and not to say that I can't do both, you know what I mean? Like, I can be an advocate for hemp and work at this grocery store. To me, I guess it's more about knowing the amount of energy that I have in a day and how much of my energy I want to utilize towards something. Knowing I also need to honor my projectorness, and knowing that I'm only meant to really work 4 hours a day, and I have been experiencing a little bit more fatigue and a little bit more burnout, and like noticing my eyes. And then I was looking up, like, I knew that in Graves' disease you can see things with the eyes, which is an autoimmune disease, which projectors are prone to getting autoimmune diseases. I saw that Hashimoto's and Graves are like the opposing ends of overactive or underactive thyroid. And the symptoms were a lot of what I've been experiencing and seeing in my eyes. As healthy as I am, as much as I eat organic, I drink water, all I drink is water. I drink chlorophyll, I do my lymphatic drain, I'm exercising more, I go out into the sun. Like, to me, it's like that's my body telling me it's something deeper, something spiritual is happening, something energetically is happening, and me pressing and forcing my energy into areas that are over or underactive, fight or flight, depression. I've experienced all the symptoms that it said were the spiritual meanings of having over or underactive thyroid. To me, I have to be more careful about, like, oh, I can work here and do this, and I can do that. And like understanding that as a projector, if I really want to be effective, if I really want to be able to be the change I wish to see and affect a change for this planet, I have to be a lot more intentional and smart about the choices I make for myself instead of just focusing on the other all the time. And so even though it may make sense to work here and do hemp and to be an advocate for hemp and to create some kind of platform for it, I also have to learn how to honor the energy I'll need to do that well. And I just recorded chapter 3, which will be coming up in a video posting soon, because this is going to be the end of this whole chapter, and then I'll record my final. The next share is going to be my final. What happened? Where am I working? What am I doing? This is the last portion of this experience of, like, okay, I'm sitting here in this parking lot, I'm about to go to this interview, seeing all the things that I've seen within the last couple of number of days. Reading chapter 3 yesterday in the video share that will be a part of this, that I talk about, is the fact that, like, I was looking at the video and I was excited about all the information I was sharing, but my eyes looked so distracting. They looked so bad. And I was like, the eyes are the windows to the soul. I was like, I was projecting into myself, being able to see myself in the camera. And I was like, could anyone receive this information from me with how I'm looking in this video? Like, is anyone going to be able to focus on this chapter 3 with how I feel, with how I look, with how my energy is? So I've just been sitting with that. That's what I've been sitting with. This is already way too long. This is what I've been sitting with as I sit here in this slot with time to spare, is knowing that I've taken so many measures to care for my health as a Saturn in Pisces especially, and knowing that Saturn in Pisces has to do with sometimes the limitations through your health, focusing on my health then, knowing I've done so much to know now that it's clearly a imbalance internally from my emotional body and from my spiritual energetic body, and trying to balance those out so that my body will stop talking to me in ways that it knows, like, hey, I know to do this. I know to throw this off, because this is going to show you the best way to tell you what's going on inside of you. Always a lot to do with my throat, I've noticed. With what I'm saying, with what I'm sharing, with how I'm speaking, with what I'm speaking out into my reality, into my existence, of what I'm saying is going to happen in my life. And knowing words cast spells, words create, like, you know, first there was a word and the light, and like, it's very clear to me that I have to be mindful of how I speak and what I say and how I share and what I share and how I give and what I give and when I give it. So thank you for watching this last share. This is the encapsulation of this, and the next one will be the final one I'm doing of this series of finding my way, of being stuck in the muck and the murkiness and feeling like I'm going in 3D, 5D, 3D, well 4D, 5D, 43D, 45D, just feeling like I'm doing that and slowly evening it out and finding my way where I'm really called to be, and just having faith and trust as I've seen it play out within my partner's life, him being on a abundance frequency, how it plays out for him, and just needing to do that for myself. Yeah. So I am going to sit here for 2 hours with myself, with spirit, and see what comes up for me, see what guidance is given to me, and you will know what is unfolding in my final share of this little series on the channel. I'm trusting and believing that as I've been sharing all of this, it will give you your own insight, your own tools, your own fruits of like, oh, maybe I'll try that out. Maybe I'll just apply to a bunch of places and see how it feels. And don't blame myself if I don't actually take it. I won't feel like I'm being selfish. I won't feel like I'm undermining the authorities around me. I'll know that I understand the value of myself. If this is what is taken from this experience that I'm having and being called to share it, then that is already doing so much, because I want to be that person. I've been looking for someone who I can also learn from as well, and being like, okay, I see. And that's why I said a lot of my new guides have been guides that I can't see. It hasn't really been the ones that I'm looking at. It's the ones that have already come and gone in history. So I'm trying to be like Mary Magdalene, trying to be like Princess Diana. I've learned a little bit more about Frida Kahlo, and as far as her strength goes, definitely the strength of Frida Kahlo. But those three have been coming up for me quite a bit, and so I'm working on being more like them. And I've learned a lot from connecting to Persephone, to Core. And all I can say now is that even if at the end of all this, I have found myself kind of somewhere I didn't initially think I was going to be, I have learned so much through this process, and I trust that this will have helped you as well. So thank you for watching these. Thank you for supporting me by watching these. And until I see you again, as always, I'm sending you peace, and I'm sending you love.